Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we'll be trying out the new Hall of Warriors, which is the new content they added, permanent content that has been added to the world tree. It doesn't say if it's going to reset or not, but the rewards are, let's just say, very mediocre, and it's sort of content you play once and then completely forget about. But unless, they might reset it. It does seem like content is quite easily resettable. There are, I believe, 3 sections, or many sections, maybe even. But yeah, they all got different stages. They all have sort of certain restrictions, so you can only use True Awakened characters on this. When you use a True Awakened character, you can then no longer use them. That also includes your secondary slot character, which is something we don't normally see with restricted content. So let's say you use Red Tarmiel on the first team, you then can't use Red Tarmiel throughout the other stages at all, which is kind of crazy. It's like this does sort of do, is it does sort of make you True Awaken more characters. Think, okay, cool, I can True Awaken this character and my team will be better. And what it does is it's actually a good thing because it does sort of make you, tricks you into progressing your box without you really gaining much out of it. You think, okay, I'll use these 36 Super Awakening coins to get LR Cusack True Awaken, which is exactly what I did for this video. So the first tower is a Demon. They sort of get an additional passive. I believe every single tower they'll get an additional passive, which is slightly irritating. So the first one is decreased damage taken by rank 1 skills by 100%, which is pretty crazy. They also have crazy counter resistance, which we'll see when we use the Skull team later on. But I'll switch to Demons. I don't really have the best selection of Demons, I'm not going to lie, but it is not too bad. I will use Melee Liz, or do I use Demon King Melee? No, I'll go Melee Liz, and then we'll put... Which one would I prefer? But probably Red Esterosa, just because if things are going south, I know he's got some decent bulk to him. I'm going to have to go with sort of very odd links, like mainly the LRs. I got 6/6, but I wouldn't really use as links otherwise. I don't want to actually use as characters later on, so I need to think about that as well. LR Liz, I can't use LR Liz on Liz, which is fine, because we'll just go to here and we'll do that. Is there anyone else? I don't think I'm going to be using Rimuru, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, CC, you basically always go first. You can also use food as well, which is really nice. And yeah, we'll have a look at the gear real quick, make sure everyone's got the right gear on. I'm basically going for like basically full HP defense, apart from Melee Liz, because they've got like a res, which is kind of handy. But yeah, we should be all good. I believe it is 3-man up as well. We'll go on attack food to see how it goes, and let's get onto it. Also, I probably should have mentioned, if you have your entire team being a True Awakened Demons, you actually get an additional passive, which is a 20% all-stat boost, as your sort of... There you go. There, that funky effect was the 20% all-stat boost. It doesn't actually say, but now if I look on Cusack, for example, he should have... Well, they're lowering my stats, but we are getting some form of stat boost. Oh, who lowers my stats? That's a very odd thing to be doing. Someone's lowering my stats. I don't know who it is. We'll start with the debuff. I kind of want to get rid of this one first. So, I don't really know. There's no proper strat for this, I'm going to be real. They don't have additional health, which means Cusack's not going to be doing like crazy numbers. But the reason why I brought Cusack here is because he has so much damage reduction, the basic stat boost, and if they somehow can give himself additional stats, he can sort of counteract that as well, which is handy. Probably bringing Blue Esterosa up front probably would have been the better shout, instead of Red him back, solely for the fact of it just would have been better. In the end, it just would have been better in the long run. We only get 3 cards. It is 4-man versus 3-man, which is a little bit more challenging, but it's not really too bad. Demon King's damage, perfect. These guys have a lot of health, about 2 million, which is kind of crazy. Damage is good. Melee Liz aren't going to be hitting too hard, but they're doing at least a decent chunk of damage without their buff. There we go. More Melee Liz skills is good because their ultimate's quite useful. They've also got Revive as well, which is really handy. Of course, level 1 skills do reduce damage, which isn't the best, but it is what it is. And it sort of, I guess, makes you want to use characters like Gotha, even though you can't really use them. And Skuld, who's actually quite good for Giants, and we have to use Giants next time. Melee Liz are going to do more no matter what, and that's just really how it's going to go. Okay, we killed 2 of the side ones, which is really handy here. Cusack goes for the wrong one that I didn't target. Okay, his damage is still very mediocre, but that's fine. Because they don't have additional health, losing a character like Cusack that does do damage based on additional health is fine. I also don't have him 4/6, because I got horrendous luck on Skuld's banner and pulled a bunch of old festivals. But that's fine, I'll take it, honestly. It's like pulling many copies of him. I just had to trade in 6 other festivals. But I already had 6-6. We'll mark them again. It's not really needed, but we'll do it. Pop the ult, and then we should be all good here. So Cusack's ult, 1 million, which is good. And then Melly Liz, 3.8 million, there you go. I feel like characters that do have ult rush, or ult rushing in general, will actually be quite a good strategy, solely for the fact of there are some very powerful ultimates. As you can see here, I can't even use the links on them as well, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, on to the next team. I've done the first 2 towers when I was just testing stuff out. Giants. We don't really have much of a choice when it comes to Giants, so I'm just going to go with the team I used, which was something a little bit like this. We can't debuff, so I'm still going to bring green just for the attack-related stat boost. We'll then bring this one, and then I don't have another Giant to bring. Huh. Yeah, you really need someone like Droll as well. Who did I even bring with this one? I don't actually remember who I bring with this one. So it's sort of the odd feeling of having to pick someone who's not going to be useless. I could bring Glocks, because Glocks is universal, and I'm pretty sure commandments aren't in play, because it's PvP, and Esterosa's commandment wasn't in play when I played my previous team last time. It's just a very odd pick. Got to find someone that does sort of work with this team. You could Droll them, or a Matrona would be the ultimate play, but I didn't have any of them True Awakened, which is my mistake. So just thinking, really. Anyway, I'll think and I'll come up with a team and I'm back. So I caved in the end, and I ended up using Glocks because I just needed a half-decent character that somewhat worked with the team. And Glocks works with King Diane, because King Diane works with Fairy, so that's kind of handy. And he gets a defense-related stat boost, which is fine. His skills are pretty useless, but the defense-related stats always can be quite handy. For gear, everyone is rocking HP defense here. And yeah, let's get on with it. Sadly, we will not be getting the all-stat boost, but that is fine, because we only got 3 man up, so it's not really too big a roll on. Good thing I just noticed is that good old Skullhead does damage based on remaining HP, not on additional health, which means they have 2.5 million health. The second passive they got was they do more damage to enemies that have less attack than them. They've got a lot of attack. Oh, they've got a lot of... Oh, okay. Yeah, we might be in a very dangerous... Oh, King Diana didn't have enough attack. Okay. That is not the best, but it's fine. I'm not going to use King of Diane's buff yet. I'm going to try and stack out their King of Diane's passive, so like the 300k on every enemy, or 400k, whatever it is. Just sort of maximize damage with that AoE skill. Yes, 400k, okay. These ones can be debuffed. Some floors can and can't be debuffed, I don't know why. Maybe it's to sort of make up for it. Also, they have 1000% counter resistance, which is the reason why she's not going to be hitting the hardest. Which is fine. Good damage still. That's fine. I'm mainly going to be using her for when she gets her buffs, and then I can start proper stacking with her. I'll do this. Sort of want to make sure... I would like to get King Diane level 2, so the damage isn't lowered, preferably. But of course, can't always guarantee it. Good damage there, good spread as well on the damage. You're a 400k, you're definitely not... Wait, does counter damage count? Counter damage does count. Okay, now everyone has it, I can tell by the mark now. The problem is, Scardy just wants to... She believes she's the main character. That's fine, we're just going to AoE with King of Diane here. Even though it is a level 1 AoE, it's still going to be heavily lowered, but the damage is still going to be quite decent at least. So we'll cleanse up here. It's not really necessary. We don't have a counter anymore, which isn't the best. Which is fine. Just sort of thinking here. I think these guys are immune to Petrify, if I had to guess. Yeah, they are. Okay, cool. We'll just start... We'll try and kill one of them. We've also got Scardy's ult as well. Scardy's ult should actually do decent damage. Like, King Diane actually ranked up as well, which I never realised. Really good damage. Okay, we land 1 kill, that's good. Can we land 2? Oh, possible. It's very possible now. Close. Very close. Skull now has 3 stacks, which is quite handy. That's fine. Once again, a ton of Scardy skills. I don't need all of them. It is a good healed skill though, which is pretty good. And also, playing that does increase my crit damage, because it will remove a debuff. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attack first, and then do this, solely for hand space. Also, this card does more damage based on remaining HP, so remaining HP is going to be higher before the ultimate. There we go. She pops her ult now. Good, 1 million damage 1/6 Scardy is actually really good. Weak point should also kill the one on the left. Perfect, now we've got one left. It is very much sort of a stalling game. They're not hard. These bosses aren't really hard. It's just more of a stall game. It's not very nice. The damage is still pretty good though. There we go. Put up the stance. It's not really needed. It doesn't really buff us as well. There we go. 1.2 million. Not bad. If you can rush an ultimate, like a King of Dian or a Skull ultimate, it'll be so much better. But yeah, anyway, now on to the next tower, which I've not done yet, so I've got to think of a team. What race is it? Okay, they got another passive now. Increases all heroes attack by 10% when attacked. Okay, if that's a buff, that's pretty good. If it's not a buff, it might be a slight problem. Humans, who we got to work with? We've got a really good roster here of characters to work with. I'm just gonna go with a very good sort of stally style team. Percival's got the heal, we got damage reduction, we got Char as well, which is really good. I need to be able to make a second human team, so I can't really use any more humans. Actually, who are the other two teams I got left to use? A fairy team. Okay, maybe using Glocks was not the best idea, and I used King and Dian. Okay, yeah, I may have screwed myself over there. I'm not really gonna lie. So I can't use fairies, I can't use humans, but I can use giants. So Dian's a good link, she's got a lot of CC. I can use Merlin, I can use Millum, I can use Margaret. I've got a nice selection of characters. I can use L.R. Losane as well, which is nice. And then we'll finish it off with a Margaret link on Char there. So card set, once again, we can run whatever card set we want. I need to go to unknown and find it. There is normal unknown card set. Also, might actually be best that I do something like this, because I realise I'm going to have a backline, so it's not 4 up, so I might as well just put someone who's actually going to be quite handy in the back. Yeah, and this team should be all good. Run attack food, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Section 1. This is the first human one. We got a lot of buffs on us, which is quite handy. Oh, and we got the boost as well, so we got a 20% all-stat boost. So that should help Char out even more. We're not really getting the most boost. I'm pretty sure this counts as PvE. So Mikasa should work, which is pretty handy. Probably should try Awakener now. This is what I mean. This is the, sort of the excuse they want you to do, is like, oh wow, now this character's good for this game mode, you can actually awaken them. They can also be debuffed as well, which is pretty handy. Go. We'll just do this. Get another stack of her passive. Hopefully they're AoE. I would like Masno's ult as well, if possible. Percy's ult's also pretty good. It's a really good damage dealing ultimate, which we can get, which I probably will do. That's fine. Nothing scary. We get the damage reduction now. I can't max out Percy's passive because I've not got the stacks. I think I just do this. I just get Percy's ult because it gives me the buff anyway with his ultimate. So I'll just try and kill one at a time. We are HP lowering them, which is really handy. Which is quite useful to HP lower them. From Sigurd, which will lower them by 45% in total, which is pretty crazy. It's HP related stats, that means recovery, lifesteal, regenerate, which I don't think they really have any anyway, but it's just handy in the first place. Char's pretty bulky, the shield's really handy to have. Got some damage reduction, even if they do break the shield, we've got a healing from Percy as well, which is nice. Then now there are 2 stacks of the passive. We'll do something like this. Hopefully it should do a lot of damage. It's only 2/6 Percy. Oh, nearly 3 million, it's lovely. It's actually really good damage. Sometimes I forget how good Masno is. Also, this is 3 times speed, I just realised. Yeah, it seems really good. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted all my crazy DPSs on this team. It is what it is, you know. You learn from mistakes sometimes. We'll do this, we'll do this, and we'll do this. So I'm playing this one. That'll give me 2 stacks. Doesn't land the kill, which is fine. This one should kill, and then this will put me at 3 stacks. And now this should be a max damage level 1 skill. Oh my god, he is tanking like no one's business. Did he get a boost? Has he got an all-stat boost now? No. No, he doesn't. Okay, maybe 6/6 Char will end him. And then we'll just do this to maximize Percy's damage if it somehow survives. Yeah, which it didn't. Cool. Still didn't do that much damage, though. Really didn't do that much damage. This is endgame content, but it's more... It's not stupidly hard. It's actually quite nice. I'm actually enjoying this content. I know it's not hard at all, but... at the end of the turn, applies... Oh... Wait. We have to use fairies now, don't we? That's fine. That is very lucky. I can make it an actual half-decent team. Okay, I need this king instead of the other king, because that's not handy. I need Alpha. I'm going to need Lance, because that's the only other fairy I got. And I need Beta, because I need someone who can cleanse every turn. And she's also got passive healing. But who do I have to do this. I have to put King in back. There's no way on earth I'm buying Alpha in back. There's no way on earth I'm putting Lance in back. For cards, fairies, is just like general fairies basic stats. Yeah, that's what I want. And damage reduction. That's nice. Team after this is humans. We still not used Retamio yet, which is huge. We also not used Mael, which I may actually need to use both of them for the final one. What I will do though is use up Roxy Link here, just because I can. I don't have Red Roxy 6/6. She's 5/6. If she was 6/6, I could use her as well. Realistically, for humans, Lilia's really good though. She can actually be really clutch sometimes. I'm not using any more demons. Like demons are done, so I can use demons as links if I need to. I like this though. The fact it takes up your links as well means you can't just always have a set of links you always go for every time, which is good. It means you actually have to think a little bit, which is sometimes harder. He's just a decent 6/6 character. Can't really think of any. I really use a lot of my good 6/6 links. I can use Hellbrum. Am I an idiot? He's not True Awakened. Oh, I could use him if he was True Awakened, but he's not. So he's going to be used as a link for now, and I'll remember that at some point to True Awaken him. God damn it. It's fine. Still should be okay. Give him some gear. We should be a-okay here. Food-wise, we're going to need attack food. We have passive healing from... I could technically have Beta in the back, but I can't cleanse then, and I need to cleanse. So let's get on. I'm hoping this team should be fine. Honestly, I do hope this team is fine. We have Mist Form. Alpha's always sick. Oh, Alpha was really good, even at lower level. And we also got the 20% All-Star boost, so we also got a full fairy team. We should just start working on one person, because there also is 4 people. Lance can do even more damage. If you have a high dupe Lance, it'll be quite useful here. I don't. I've still only got him 1/6 because a running joke from that mob was to only give me 4 copies. Not bad. Actually, really good damage from Alpha already. We are going to get attack disable, which is slightly sad, but it's okay because we can cleanse it. That's fine. That's fine. When do we get attack disabled? At the end of the turn, applies attack disable on enemies or heroes who have not used... Oh! That's actually quite good. I can use that to my advantage. This... That'll be max stacks, and then if it somehow survives, I can get this. I just want to play a skill with every person as well. So we've got 3 stacks, which should do quite decent damage now. Not bad. Death damage. Good. Alpha's damage is incredible. Lovely. Cool. We don't get debuffed either. Got more skills, everyone. I will buff up next turn. So even if we don't, as long as I have a skill with Beta, we should be fine. That's fine. She's got bulk. She'll also heal as well. From Beta's passive. Not much. Do they lower your HP related stats by chance? Oh, they do. Wait, but this isn't this doesn't make sense though. That's not how that's meant to work. This is meant to be just recovery of max HP, not unless okay. I guess it's affected by it. Okay, that's a sort of way. I did think King Indian didn't heal too much when I used their healing skill, but I guess that actually now proves that I wasn't tripping. I think she kills her. If not, I'll send the Lance skill in afterwards. If Alpha gets the kill, we heal 50% of our max health. which is handy. They've also just been damage lowered, which is pretty good. Do we actually heal 50% of our max health, or is that a lie? I can't tell. That may have actually been a lie. I think it was a lie, but I still healed a decent chunk from it, so I'm not going to complain. It's not too bad. This team is, if I had a thingy in back, it would have been much better, but of course I don't, so there's nothing really I can do there about it. Mark. I need an AoE skill. I desperately need an AoE skill. If you see me playing my skills in very funky ways like this, max alpha stacks, removing the highest level stack, regaining the stack again with the lance skill. I'm just constantly making sure I got max alpha stacks, or close to max alpha stacks, so I can power a big hit if I need to. Yeah, Bea's taking a lot of damage here as well, which isn't too good. Or she's taking a lot more than I would like. Healing isn't too good either, so we'll do this. This is defense related stat boost, so I'm going to need to use it. I don't think we land I think if we use the launch skill, we land the kill, and I just do this afterwards for chip damage on whoever's left. We also got 2 ultimates next turn, 3 ultimates, so we should hopefully be fine. As long as Beta can live, we should be all good here. This should hopefully kill, because this should do 60%. There we go. Yeah, this one's definitely the hardest, but I think it's because I used King of Dian for Giants, which I think you sort of have to use King of Dian for Giants, unless you use LRDN, which you could quite easily do. LRDN's still very good. How many skills do these guys have? Please don't have another one. Thank you. We still should be good here, so we'll pop this, which is a single type, which then gets a stack of her passive. We then pop that ultimate, because it's powerful, and then we pop this. Maximizing our damage. Okay, we should hopefully kill one of them. I would like to kill at least one of them. Please. Alpha, please kill both. Oh my, 2.8, that's 2.6 by the way. That is 6.2 million. Yeah, this seems pretty good. Of course, if you can put LR Helbram in back, I'm sure I can definitely do that. I should have probably done that. I didn't think too far ahead. But yeah, now on to the final tower. I believe this is the final tower of section 1. I'll probably just stop at section 1 for this video, and then we'll do another section later on. Humans again. Okay. Let's go to humans. I have no backlines. I do have null for me though, and I have Retamiel. So that might be quite a good bet to go for. Who are we working with? So, enemy attributes. Applies Ignite to all enemies at the start of the ally's turn. So cleanse, possibly. When taking damage from an enemy's skill, enemy's turn, the enemy's... Okay. All Ignite effects are removed when an ally uses an ultimate skill. Applies a buff, disable and recovery disable on all allies at the start of the... Okay, so they really just don't want you to buff up. They don't want you to cleanse. So using Nauseans is going to be useless. Because I can't cleanse with him. He was going to be my scapegoat for this one. But I feel like I'm going to have to bring Null for me in. Give him Retamiel 100%. Where's Retamiel? You need Retamiel, sir. I don't think it's right. If I had Escanor high duped, I'd go for Escanor, but I don't have him high duped. Is he debuffing you? Who am I fighting? I'm fighting Sigurd. Is he full debuffing you? He's not. Which makes me a little bit more happy the fact oh he gets buffs. Oh, it's only on enemies. Okay, that's fine. We bring Brynhild. 100% we bring Brynhild. Do I bring... I think I bring Transcendent Barn. And in the back I bring... I need a useful character. If they drop in, they've got a use to them. I can't use a Barn. No, because they remove all debuffs at the start of their turn. That means his debuffs are actually useless. I'll put Lilia in back. No, I'm not. I'll put Sungju in back. He's got Infect. You can get Mail Link. You can get... I just need a decent link. Just CC, really. I'm not using that. I can't put Barn on Barn, of course I can't. And then links here, which put Escanor. Card set, I think, we'll just change to the humans. So let's have a look at the human ones, because I don't really have a look at them too much. Max HP, single type damage, less taken. We don't have recovery skill. Okay, we're just going to go with the attack one, the normal attack one, and then we should be fine. And yeah, let's get on with it. Oh, it's a boss fight. Okay, I didn't realize it was an actual boss fight versus Sigurd. Okay, I put attack food on. Ooh. Brynhild, I just realized also, Brynhild can only have one debuff, which is really handy. Sigurd debuff now, please? Thank you. I I should have given him green Sariel. So I could have maximized debuffs and then damage and just absolutely nuked. I'll do this for now. So we're immediately going to stance up. Damage is actually really good already. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty good. W Brynhild, honestly. Really good. Okay, Rotomio does heal at least some bit. Does he get disabled? He can be disabled. Okay, that's really handy. Just in case he's got any really powerful skills. He's only disabled for now, though. And we've also lost our stance already, which isn't too good. But we can do this. Which we're basically going to maximize as many debuffs as we can on him. I should have probably checked his health. Actually, what is his health? 3.3 million. Does that get increased per debuff? No. Good damage from Barn, honestly. W damage. Oh, no, me stance, yes! Please don't kill him. Ooh. Okay, that is scary. So he's got Amplify, so you need buff removal. Welcome back, North, mate. We've got Song on the field now. So you want buff removal, really? Really cool music, though. It's sort of like the normal battle music, but just changed a little bit. I think it's kind of cool. Damage from Brynhild's still very good. His ultimate is single target, which means we will be sacrificing Nilfmy. But we still won't be able to do this, because Brynhild's damage is still quite good. As long as he doesn't ult first, which he does. Oh, Nilfmy lives! He's dead here, though. He lives again! The king! He just finished his most recent season of the anime, and he wants war. Let's go. Honestly, Nilfmy's so good. I'm actually really happy I awakened him again. Damage isn't the best, but it's fine. When he gets his LR, he'll be good. And thank you, Brynhild. But yeah, okay, so you want buff removal for that one. Saving Rotomio was a good shout as well. Okay. And I did all of that for a one piece of a wild outfit. Not even a full wild outfit, just one piece of a wild outfit, which is crazy. Now onto the second tower. Hopefully this stuff resets. Please say I can use the same character. Can I use the same characters now? Yes, I can, because okay, they're here now. Okay, that's very good. Goddesses. Okay, what's the problem now? Oh. Well, how were you meant to do hell? Which hell is this? Oh, this is irritating hell. This is painful hell. Yeah, this one might be a pain. So I'll set up for another video. And also, I don't have enough stamina to actually cover it, sadly. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying this game mode. It's a challenge, but it feels fair. It doesn't feel like it's hard. It is definitely geared towards the later game player like myself. But once again, the gimmicks aren't too gimmicky. And this is what I've been asking for in terms of content. Content that isn't too gimmicky, but it's still fun to play, but it's also still a challenge. And this is it. So I think Netmarble, it's a good game mode. Of course, if you can't play it, it's unfortunate, but you're not really missing out on much. You're missing out on for 12 diamonds total if you complete the whole thing, and 3 GP points for the wild outfit. That is it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.